everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You find me on my sofa. It's currently like 11:15 in the morning or something. It's Sunday. I'm doing absolutely fuck all today, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a little vlog of my day because I think I'm going to put up my Christmas decorations, and I feel like this might be a nice fun video to make. To be honest, I'm finding that when I need to get something done that I don't want to get done, sometimes making a video out of it repurposes it in my brain to make me want to do it more, because it means that I'm not doing a task, I'm filming content. So that's why I'm going to film this. I can't remember what Christmas decorations I have. I don't have loads, but I've picked up some new bits, so I might show you what I've got. And then, yeah, I'm going to pop it up. I know that it's like early to put Christmas decorations up in the year and also in the day. I know most people do it when it starts to get dark, but I don't want to do it later. I want to do it now. And if I don't do it now, I won't do it later, you know? And before you ask, yes, I am waiting to get diagnosed with ADHD, because that might make sense of everything that I've just said. So yeah, follow along. Let's put up some Christmas decks. Got the tree out. What's everyone's favourite Christmas song? Because mine is Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson, and I will not hear slander against it, okay? Because people are always like, oh my god, you've got to love like all the classics and stuff. Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson is a masterpiece, okay? And I will hear nobody say anything against it. I'm going to put it on for the first time this year, and I'm gonna get into the Christmas spirit of things, I think, anyway, because I'm not really feeling very Christmassy. I never really do now that I'm an adult, which is very sad, but I'm going to try. So I've got the tree up, but I couldn't find my Christmas decorations. Like I couldn't remember where I'd put them. And then I found a random bit for a different tree. For a different tree that, like, I don't know where it's come from. Because I have a second tree, but it's like, it's not a one that you put up. It's just a little, it's a little one that I had when I lived in a smaller place. That wasn't like a big one. But I found like a random bit of a tree, and I don't know where it's come from, so maybe I'll find that. But I have got my lights. Putting lights on a Christmas tree is my least favourite bit of putting a Christmas tree up, and I have to put 2 sets on because last year I couldn't afford to buy the big set. It was cheaper to buy 2 smaller ones, so I did. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm also not sure how River is enjoying the new addition, because I've had to move her cat tree to replace it with a Christmas tree, and I don't think she's happy. Are you? You not happy? Yeah, I don't know how she feels about it. So I got some pink decorations, and I already had this because my living room is like red, pinks, oranges, sort of warm tones. So I wanted something to match, and I know that pink tinsel is technically very tacky. However, Christmas is tacky and I love a bit of tack. So I'm going to put my decorations on and I'll show you. No, I love this. I've obviously got baubles to put on, but like the combination of these two in this room, what do you think, River? Do you like it? I don't think she's sure yet. Then I went to a vintage sale with my friend, and I had no intention of buying anything, but I found this really nice leather coat, ended up getting it. Then we went for a coffee at Pink Lane Coffee, and I've not been here in years, but let me tell you, it is going to be a new regular for me. Hello everyone, it's the next day now. I thought I would extend this vlog. I think I'm going to make it I'm off work for nearly a week, so let's do a weekly vlog so you can see what I get up to, which is not going to be all that much. I did some filming this morning, which should be out within the next week, I hope, on my TikTok and Instagram. If you want to see that, that is for a brand. And now I'm going to sit at my desk and do some illustrating because I don't have any commissions on at the moment, and I sort of want to get into the habit of drawing. Here she comes. There she is. Oh, that's a big stretch. Thank you, River. Yeah, right in the shot. Right in the shot you are. So I'm going to sit at my desk. I've got a cup of tea. She just knows how to cross boundaries. And I have a meeting this evening, with a very exciting group of people in Newcastle, as part of the collective that I'm part of, the queer collective that I help run in Newcastle. So yeah, let's spend the week with me. I will show you my Christmas decorations. I popped some up here when it gets darker so that the lights look nicer. But yeah, here we go.
I don't have the money to buy any music that goes on YouTube videos that won't get me copyrighted, so I'm gonna sing you a song while I'm drawing. I actually didn't like anything that I drew, but at least I spent some time at my new desk.
She just... oh! Really?
No, I get nothing done while she's around because she just distracts me.
It's the next day now. I would be a terrible daily vlogger. I really didn't get up to much yesterday, so I didn't have anything to talk about, but I'm getting ready now. I'm going into town. I'm not going to be out for long. I sort of want to get back because it is also pissing it down outside, so if you can hear the rain, that's why. But I wanted to talk about something because I am struggling at the minute. I'm really finding it like so hard to get by in life at the minute because of seasonal depression, like seasonal affective disorder, which literally is called SAD, which is such an apt name for it because I'm finding it really difficult to have any kind of motivation, to feel like anything is worth doing. I wake up in the dark, I come home in the dark from work. It's like dark by 4 o'clock now in the UK, and it's gonna get worse. It always gets worse before it gets better. It's just so depressing to wake up like that and have it be cold, have it be like there's just nothing exciting about life. And then even when it is sunny, it's that low bright sun that's always in your eyes. And I don't know about anybody else, but I find that kind of sun so overstimulating. Like, I find it really uncomfortable and really, like, I don't know, I hate feeling like there's something in my way and I can't get rid of it, and then I get so worked up about it. It's like when there's like something in your shoe and you can't get rid of it and you know that it's there and it's just constantly bugging you. That's what low sun is like to me, and it is like so overwhelming. And then you literally hormonally, is it hormones, chemically, I don't know, are more depressed during winter because you're having less vitamin D, which affects your mood. So I'm trying to take vitamin D, but because, again, I'm trying to get diagnosed with ADHD, I don't take my tablets. They can be right in front of me and I can have some water there in front of me, but I just will not take them. I try and build it into my routine. Excuse me. The people in this fucking building, I swear to God, they're doing some work somewhere in a flat, and it's ridiculous because they refuse to do work on all the other flats, but they're doing work on somebody else's, and it's like, my windows don't shut and it's getting to freezing temperatures. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just finding it really difficult because I thrive in summer. Like, I know a lot of people hate summer and get like SAD during summer because that affects them more, but the cold, it's mainly because all of the things that I would do to make myself feel better and to make myself feel motivated and boost my mood, you can't do when it's cold. Like, I can't go and sit in the park because it's freezing. I can't go and get a coffee outside because it's freezing. I can't go feed the ducks and be comfortable because it's freezing. Like, it's not something that you can just go and sit on a patch of grass because it's pissing it down or it's snowing or it's frosty. Like, it's so depressing, and winter lasts longer than summer does, or at least it's colder for longer than it is bearable outside. So that's something that I'm really struggling with at the minute. And because my neighbours are so loud, it means that I have to be in the house more, and they're in the house more because of the weather. So I'm having to deal with them more. It's just all of the things that I struggle with in general are made worse during winter. And because it is winter, it's harder to deal with. And it's so hard to explain to people that don't deal with it because, I mean, they just won't be able to relate to what it's like. But I think this is the worst I've ever dealt with it. And I think it's probably because I'm more aware of my own emotions now, like realising that I'm autistic and dealing with it. I think last year, because I was going through so much already, it sort of was in the back of my mind that it was the season that was affecting it. But now that I'm in a more stable place in my life, like I'm just realising how much of me is affected by the time of year. And it's so hard. In January and February have to be the most depressing months to ever exist. Because Christmas isn't there anymore, so there's nothing to justify it being cold. And then it's so bitterly cold in January and February. And then March, it starts to get a little bit better, and my birthday's in March, so I sort of have something to look forward to then. And then in April, you know, it starts to get better, but we don't really see warmth in the UK until like the back end of May. We might have like spurts of heat. Sometimes we've had like heat waves, but it never lasts. And this year, we had a bloody good summer. Like it was warm for a while. We might not have had like intense periods of heat, but it was warm. Because a lot of the time it's just not nice in the UK. But I do like that we get the seasonal changes. It's just when you live alone, when you already have mental health problems, when the place that you live isn't necessarily the safest space, it just makes it a whole lot worse. And I think if I had something in my life that made things sort of easier, whether it was somebody in my life or whether I had like an exciting project to be working on, I think it would be easier, because the past 3 weeks I've had no work coming in. I do now, and it was so depressing because I was like, okay, this is it, this is the end of my career online, and I just had nothing to get up on a morning for other than going to work. But like, I don't find my job that the most inspiring thing to be doing, and it just and I know that I'm incredibly privileged to be in the position that I am, and I'm not saying that I don't recognise that, and I know that there'll be people in far worse situations than me, but yeah, I'm very much feeling the depressing nature of life at the minute.
A little.
Here's my Christmas tree lit up, everyone. I really like it. I think it's really cute. I love that I have a grown-up Christmas tree as well, because when I was like living in student accommodation, I'd put decorations up, but it wasn't like a big proper tree. So the fact that I have a proper tree makes me really happy. I feel like an adult. Oh, River, please do not pull that branch. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? The other day I had to chase her because she ran away with a bauble. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that this room looks. And I also have like my shelving unit and my little... Yeah, I don't think River's too happy about it. But yeah, happy. What are you thinking? No? I so desperately need an ADHD diagnosis so that I can get medicated, because I don't know if anybody else realizes that, like, I mean, I do think it's so true, especially with autism as well. Once you realize something about yourself, it sort of just spirals from there, with you realizing, noticing it more, thinking that it's getting worse, like that you're becoming more autistic or whatever, but I am struggling so much more with my motivation, my ability to actually function the way that I always have, sort of being burnt out way more. That feeling where like you go to bed and you think, okay, tomorrow I'm going to be able to do all of this, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get that sorted, I'm going to really get things done that I've wanted to get done for ages. You wake up and you just can't do it. And it's not necessarily that you feel too tired to. My brain just will not allow me. Once I've sat down on my sofa, it's like I can't get back up again. If I don't do it in the morning, I won't get it done. And that's just the same for so many other things that are important as well. And something else that I'm noticing is that I tend to need motivation to do something, but as I am doing something, I will then try and justify why I don't need to be doing it. And it tends to be like I need a motivation that sort of feels a bit like a threat for me to do it. Like, if I don't do this, then this will happen. And then as I am doing it, because I don't want to be doing it, I'm telling, like, my brain is going, oh, maybe it wouldn't be that bad if you didn't do it. Oh, maybe if that did happen, like, it's not the worst case scenario. Like, if I'm at work or something and I need to get something done, the threat is it needs to be done for other people and I'll get wrong off my manager if I don't do it. So I'm like, okay, I need to do it. But then as I'm doing it, I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I got told I wasn't doing my job properly. But then I still keep going. And then I'm like, I could just lie. I could just lie and say that, you know, I couldn't do it. So that's fine. So I can just sit here and do nothing. And that's like a specific situation. This angle is terrible. But it like happens in other things as well. Like, I'll be like, okay, somebody is coming round, so I need to tidy my flat. And that's my motivation. But then as I'm halfway through tidying my flat, I'm like, it's not really the end of the world if it's really disgusting and messy. Like, I can just say that I've had a bad day. But I keep going and think, and then I'll give myself another reason to justify not doing it, and then I just won't do it. Does anybody, I feel like I'm explaining this really badly, but does anybody else know what I mean? And I'm just struggling so much more with like being able to do anything. Like literally anything. Things that are important to me, things that are usually make me really happy just aren't, and I don't have the mental capacity to make myself go, let's get up and do it, you know? Does anybody else feel like that? And I just feel, it's executive dysfunction as well, but I sort of feel like those two things go hand in hand, or being neurodivergent, being autistic, trying to get a diagnosis for ADHD, like executive dysfunction is so common with those things. And I feel like it's making life really difficult to live, because on top of seasonal depression, on top of getting burnt out from being autistic, I'm also having to deal with the fact that even when I am mentally doing okay, my brain does not allow me to get up and do things, even if they once excited me. And figuring out what's a hyperfixation or not, figuring out whether, should I pour my energy into this, or am I going to give up in a week because I don't want to do it anyway? I am struggling so much with it, with everything. And because I'm self-employed, I have to be self-motivated, and quite often I'm just not, and that is so hard to come to terms with. I don't know. Life is just really getting me down at the moment. Like, all of the things that I'm having to struggle and cope with, it's a lot. It's one thing after another that I'm discovering about myself, and it can be a whole overload on your brain. But anyway, I feel like all I've done in this vlog is rant and ramble about my issues and take silly little clips of the things I've been doing for the past couple of days. But anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got my little Christmas tree. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, I'm gonna try and get back into filming YouTube. I feel like I got into the swing of things and then it sort of fell off because I got busy at work. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get into the swing of things when the weather's a little bit better, because the lighting is terrible and I don't have ring lights or anything. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. And that's the end of this vlog. Thank you for watching. Bye.